Loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunsets and makes night air smell better. Henry Rollins. Welcome back to Bilal Hamza YouTube channel, where you dive deep into the raw truths of life, growth, and the soul. Today's episode is not about how to run from loneliness. It's about how to embrace it fully, courageously, and wisely. Loneliness, a word that most of us fear, a feeling we often avoid. In a world flooded with constant distractions, notifications, likes, and false connections, we have become terrified of being alone with ourselves. But what if I told you that loneliness is not a curse, but a doorway to the most powerful version of yourself? What if this emptiness you feel is actually an invitation? An invitation to reconnect with your soul, to find your purpose, to love yourself deeply, to become unshakable. In this episode, we will explore what loneliness really means, why we must stop running from it, how the greatest minds in history use solitude to transform, the psychological and spiritual benefits of embracing it, and finally, how you can turn your lonely moments into fuel for greatness. Let's start by making a distinction. Loneliness is not the same as being alone. Loneliness is emotional. It's the pain of being disconnected from others or yourself. Aloneness is physical. It simply means you are by yourself. You can be surrounded by hundreds of people and still feel deeply lonely. Or you can sit on a mountain top with no one around and feel perfectly at peace. So, where does this feeling come from? Psychologically, loneliness arises when we feel unseen, unheard, or unloved. And in many cases, this has nothing to do with other people, but everything to do with how we see, hear, and love ourselves. Think about that for a moment. We often expect others to fill a void inside us that we haven't learned to fill on our own. Loneliness is not the enemy, it's a signal, a message, a call to pause and go inward. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. Albert Camus. Some of the most powerful people in history were loners. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to meditate in the cave of Hira, alone for weeks. It was in his solitude that divine revelation came. Buddha left his palace and meditated under Bodhi tree, alone, to find enlightenment. Steve Jobs, during his lonely walks, found the clarity to revolutionize the world of technology. Nikola Tesla lived in solitude most of his life. He once said, "Be alone. That is the secret of invention." Solitude isn't empty, it's full of answers. In silence, you hear the truth. In stillness, you meet the real you. In isolation, you find clarity that noise could never provide. Modern psychology shows that loneliness, when not addressed, can be lead to anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, social withdrawal. But when loneliness is embraced consciously, it can lead to self-awareness. You start noticing your thoughts and patterns. Emotional healing. You process past pain instead of bowing it. Creativity. Your mind opens up to new ideas when not distracted. Resilience. You stop depending on others for validation. Dr. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Use loneliness as a mirror. What is it trying to show you? Now, let's get practical. How can you embrace loneliness and turn it into strength? 1. Sit with yourself daily. Create a 10 to 15-minute ritual where you simply sit in silence. No phone, no music, just your breath. Let your thoughts rise and fall. 2. Journal your feelings. Ask, what am I feeling right now? What is loneliness trying to teach me? Where do I need healing? 3. Create something. Write, paint, compose, build. Use your solitude to create art, beauty, impact. 4. Read deeply. Books are the best companions in loneliness. They connect you with minds across centuries. 5. Move your body. Exercise, walk in nature, do yoga. Movement helps release stagnant emotion. 6. Turn loneliness into service. Once you have filled yourself, give it to others, not out of need, but overflow. Loneliness is the human condition. Cultivate it. The way it tunnels into you allows your soul's room to grow. If you're feeling lonely right now, I want to say this to you. You're not broken, you're not weird, you're not weak, you are human. And you are being called to go deeper. This is your season of becoming. You don't need to escape your loneliness. You need to sit inside it and let it shape you. Let it clean the wounds you have hidden. Let it burn the ego that have been blocking your growth. Let it prepare you for the greatness that needs silence to rise. Because when you are a whole in solitude, you become unstoppable in the world. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If this episode touched your heart, share it with someone who needs it. Leave a review, follow us, and remember, loneliness is not the end, it is the beginning. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent, and stay true. Peace and love, Hamza.